Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Cooking with Tom and Liv. The crowd goes wild. They're back again. We wondered if you had any ideas on how we can build the format of this podcast, because we wondered whether it's getting a bit samey.
Yeah.
And wondered if you had any suggestions on how we can continue. We are going to continue doing this because I think it's the real now, but also if there's anything you want to know about, it doesn't have to be questions, just maybe the topic that you want us to talk about, or if you want us to get a bit more
deeper into.
Yeah, slightly deeper without getting too deep. Because we want it to be fun. We don't want it to be too serious. So, yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Tell me, Olivia, your interesting or fun thing this week.
My interesting or fun thing this week is I had a picnic last night and watched a thunderstorm, lightning.
Oh, yeah, that was good, wasn't
Yeah.
it? I watched it out my lounge window.
Yeah.
It went...
Yeah, we were sat on Gumley Hill. It's like a really high hill. And then you can see, and there's all these little sheep that were like running about. They were so cute.
Were they scared?
I think so, but I think they were trapped. There's like a gate.
Leave my legs alone!
I think they were trapped. There's like a gate, and like a mum was one side and the babies were the other. So yeah, but no, that was really, really fun, really cool. Had a
Being
picnic.
separated before market.
Yeah,
That's what's happening there.
yeah, that's the only interesting thing I've really done this week.
Okay.
How about you?
Mine is very old, but very new to the viewers.
Okay.
So for Christmas, I got these wooden spoons.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
seen them
about them.
yesterday.
And I'm going to use them on our Does It Pie series.
Well, they're guitars.
Yeah, they're guitars.
Yeah.
It's guitar-shaped wooden spoons. Oh, they've got fluff on them now. Guitar-shaped wooden spoons. And I thought, yeah, we'll use those on the
Cute.
on the Does It Pie. So they are interesting and fun, aren't they?
Yes.
So they're two things.
Yeah.
There we go. So what have we been doing this week? Well, on Sunday, we went to the Sammy TP Open Weekend. That was great fun, wasn't it? I rocked up after my kids just narrowly lost. My son narrowly lost his rugby match. Narrowly lost, but great match.
Yeah.
A great match.
It's a shame.
But it was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah. You've probably
little-
seen it on. We did a reel and a YouTube video. And it was really nice weather, wasn't it? It was really warm.
Yeah,
Perfect
it's
day.
like it is now. Like we're overdressed really for the weather.
Yeah.
It's hot. We can make this really quick.
But we're trying to stay on brand.
Yeah.
So I've got my jumper on.
And I got my new cap as well, actually.
Another one. What does it say? Oh, I've not. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if you noticed, folks, but I'm trying to wear a different cap on every podcast.
I said to Callum yesterday we should get some Thomas Caterer summer dresses,
Summer dresses,
so you can wear one if you want.
possibly.
Yeah, so we went to the wedding fair. That was really nice.
They wouldn't look very good on me.
What? A strong dress.
Well, it probably would. I've got a large cleavage.
Anything goes. But no, the wedding fair was. I had a great time.
Yeah, you had a bit of a masterclass with Darren, didn't you?
Yeah,
And he
there was
showed you-
what was it, Darren Cresswell?
yeah.
Yeah, so I'd met a few of the suppliers before, but there was a lot of them that I didn't know. So it was nice to meet a lot of new people, and there was like a photographer that was just giving me some tips and tricks.
Yeah. I think that's important. Just ask.
Yeah.
They'll share the.
Well, he was a photographer. I think he was like for over 20 years, and his work was really
Yeah,
good.
he's like 75.
He's not. He'll kill you. If
I wonder if
you say
he.
that.
I don't think he watches it, so we can get away
He
with
has.
it.
He did. I think he said.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but did you like my joke?
Well, I actually used his
Old
picture
man.
that he took on the Instagram the other day.
Did you credit?
No, I need to message him.
You are a biatch.
It was off my camera. He was just giving me tips and tricks on making things look nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Light.
and
It's all about light
yeah,
in photography.
I got to try. We got pizza.
Yeah, we got pizza. It's nice just to go to do networking.
Yeah.
If anything else, if you come away with a nice lead, then brilliant. But honestly, it's nice just to catch up with all the people that I know that I've worked with over the past 12 years or 13 years, and just catch up and see people and have a chat and a chin wag about the state of the nation and the state of the sector,
Yeah.
and see what's crack-a-lacking in people's lives. It was really fun. I'm glad we went. I'm glad we're invited, and we'll happily go back forever and ever.
And we did the hash
Sammy
browns.
TP men.
The hash browns.
Yeah, we served up the hash browns with the pepper sauce. That was really nice. Delicious. Just more peppery juiciness on top of already crunchy,
they were so
salty,
good.
yummy,
What is
garlicky.
cacio pepe? It's Parmesan, isn't it?
Parmesan and black pepper. Pecorino and black pepper.
Pecorino black pepper.
Slightly saltier black pepper like sauce. But
Yeah.
I did it in mayo so it would sit on the hashy bees fine.
I went home with half a tub of mango sorbet as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I told rude jokes to all the spices I left, which I always find quite funny. Always find quite funny.
No, so that was a nice day. What else did we do?
Interestingly, yesterday I met with a genie.
Oh god.
Yeah, yeah. They gave me two options. He said you can have a long memory or a long willy. I can't remember what I asked for.
Tom said that one yesterday.
You can practice it. I just practiced it on camera. I'm like Jimmy Carr.
I can't even steal the joke. You got to give me a good joke that I can steal. Anyways, moving on. What else have I been doing this week? A lot of food prep because we've got 3
I've got
events.
a busy week next week. So I'm boxing off all of the prep for. We have a wedding on Monday, so I've boxed off all the prep for that just now.
Then Wednesday we've got an event.
And then
And then Saturday we've got an
Wednesday.
event
So it's
as
preparations
well.
for that. And much prep. It's preparations, not prep. You know, I can't get too far ahead with the fresh food. But yeah, doing a lot of stuff to get ahead is.
I'm excited for the
important.
food on Monday. It's like a Japanese sort of style.
The bride and groom he's a vegetarian, she's a carnivore or omnivore. And she loves Japan, I believe. Namely Japan, lots of Asia, but namely Japan. So it's not heavily Japanese, but there's a vibe to it of like, oh yeah. So I'm excited to. We'll definitely make a great video about it on Monday, and
we're at Willow Marsh again, aren't we?
we're at Willow Marsh again. But thank you, Willow Marsh, for all the work you send us. We do appreciate it. Well, the opportunity to work there.
And
we
we're
get the
there on
work.
Saturday as well.
Yeah, because we are the favourites. We're the best caterer there. That's why we go.
So yeah.
And then we've. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. I had a little burp there. We did a batch of pies, didn't we? A batch of recording of pies. So Does It Pie. So again, if you want any suggestions for Does It Pie, let us know in the comments. Send us a message. Send a flying dove with a tag on its leg, and we'll get the message.
Send a pigeon.
We might make the pie that you suggest.
We
I would love to know what you'd like to see in a pie.
Yeah.
I really would.
We have got a few, the all-day breakfast, that's been recommended a few times.
Full English.
Sorry.
You can't go on all-day breakfast.
I call it all-day breakfast because that's what it's called at Spoons.
Exactly. It's a full English.
What was the other one? A bangers and mash pie, somebody recommended.
Bangers and mash pie?
Yeah.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah. That'd be quite a nice one with some nice gravy.
Gravy,
I like some onions. Leeks.
Yeah, onion gravy. Can have like an onion marmalade centre. So it's got like onions within the pie.
Yeah.
Or an onion mash.
Well, we've just done macaroni cheese. That was so good.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It's really filling.
The only thing I don't
so
like
good.
about it, I mean, it was delicious and it was juicy, but it wasn't oozy.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a way that you can make like pasta oozy again after you've.
I think it's
made it,
because
it sucks up all the moisture into the pasta. There must be a way. If anyone knows, I want to know. I'm happy to learn. I'm always happy to learn about food, but I want to know that.
That was so
There's
good.
been a lasagna pie suggested as well. Also
Yes.
good. I think that will be delicious.
Lasagna pie.
You can't go wrong with lasagna pie. I'm going to do a couple of sweet ones as well that I've got in mind.
Oh, yeah. So we've got another
Any
one coming next
suggestions?
week, so you'll have to look out for that one.
Yeah, but any suggestions, we're also up for it. So send them in. Send them in.
Yes. But yeah, so basically that's all we've really been doing this
Wouldn't it
week.
be great if we actually had like snail mail? Oh, I know. The first person that sends us snail mail, right, to Thomas Tower. So it's Unit 35, The Manor, Turlangton,
What's
LE80.
snail mail?
I'm telling you the address. Hang on.
sorry.
Unit 35, The Manor, Turlangton, LE80PJ. Olivia will put it on the screen. Snail mail's Royal Mail, the mail.
Oh, like real post.
Slow mail, snail mail.
Oh.
Anyway, the first person to send us something lovely in the post will get something lovely back from me in the post. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a, and we'll make a massive fanfare out of it. We'll get a marching band in, and we'll have fireworks and party poppers, and I'm over promising, but yeah, send us something in the post that you want to go on the podcast, and I'll send you something back in the post.
What's it going to be?
I don't know.
Maybe I should go undercover and do it.
It'll be
Then I
your
get the
dad
house.
or Ella or something that sends
Our
something, or Gracie.
top viewers. Yeah. So basically that's all we've been doing this week, but now we're going to answer more questions.
Welcome back to the questions and answers session with Tom and Olivia.
It gets more aggressive each week.
I'm trying to come up with you an exciting way.
So, our first question is from Christina.
Christina.
Hi, Christina. She's not asked a question before. So, what would you recommend and not recommend as the best meals to serve at a wedding? That's our first question.
Recommend and not recommend. Okay, so not recommend is easier than recommend.
Yep.
I would, certainly for me, the thing that sends the willies up my back and gives me a little shiver is things like beef Wellington. In a venue, go for it. They've got great ovens that can really do a beautiful job for you, and make the pastry crisp and the beef succulent and medium rare and tender and everything. And we can do that here if I can cook you a lovely beef Wellington here. But in the field or even in someone else's venue or someone else's ovens, honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, it's risky, and you don't want soggy crap beef Wellington, and so that would be what I would say not to. And also things like baked Alaska, so that's sponge with ice cream on and meringue around it. You've got to make the meringue in advance.
It melts, doesn't
and it wouldn't work.
No,
it just wouldn't work. So you've got to do that a la minute. You've got to make the meringue and make it, and no one wants to hear a whisk going in the background. So things like that, really time sensitive stuff. Mm-hmm. What would I recommend? Whatever you want to eat. Honestly, as long as it's not one of those three things, whatever you want to eat that represents you, I think is the best food for you. It's not really for me to say I'll guide you, I will help you come up with something that's definitely feasible to do in the confines of what we do. But I would say have food that represents you and your love.
Good answer.
I've answered it many times.
Christina's got another question.
Okay.
So she says, what's the maximum number of different mains and desserts could you feasibly do for one event?
One.
So you got one event, just one.
One, yeah. So we as a rule, as a company, we don't do options within the courses. Our job is to get food hot, fast, and delicious to you at a reasonable price. You start adding in an extra, like say you had lamb and chicken as the main course, it adds labour cost, prices going up. It slows down service and there's also an administration for you to do. So you have to go and collate all the data that Table 8, Olivia's having chicken, Tom's having beef, Dave's
makes
having...
it a bit complicated.
It makes it very complicated to serve. Not that we mind complicated, but it slows everything down. Like instead of there being 100 of the same dish with the occasional dietary requirement going out, which is already
veggie option.
Yeah, dietary requirement, which slows everything down already. We've then got to fold in this... even like how things are cooked in the cuisance, we call it, how things are cooked, like if you had a well-done steak or a rare steak. We don't do that, we just do everything medium.
Yeah.
Because it just slows everything down. I've got a rare steak here, I've got a medium steak. No,
and then it'll get mixed up.
No. You'd have to pay nearly double, I reckon, honestly. So
one.
Yeah. We can do with desserts, we do. I mean, I would say just to do a trio or a duo of desserts, do 2 desserts on the same plate, and that's nominal increase in price.
Then everyone's happy.
But yeah, and the trio obviously is a winner, but I wouldn't do it for your main course or starter.
Good answer.
It's tried and tested. I've been doing this a long time. I know what works and what doesn't, and sometimes that doesn't work. Yeah. Thanks, Christina. Thanks for the questions. They were good questions.
Okay, next question. So, Imogen is a primary school teacher, and her year 2 students have asked, what is your favourite thing to cook for people? So quite a basic question, but you've got to remember they are about 6.
To cook for people. Something that can be shared, whether that's a pie, whether that's Sunday roast, whether that's a big barbecue or pasta, something that's quite social. There we are. That's probably the
I've
best
got to repeat
answer.
this answer back to the kids.
Something that's quite social, something that's quite...
something you can share with your friends.
Yeah, that you can put in the middle of the table and everyone can dig in, have as much or as little as they like. I love that.
They're excited to hear your answer.
Have you seen, this is brilliant, have you seen Liam Gallagher when he goes and talks to school kids?
Oh, wait,
so
I think
funny.
I have.
That's so funny. I know your brother. Yeah, he's in Don't Look Back in Anger. No, that's a song, mate. No, he's in Don't Look Back in Anger. No, that's a song. We're in Oasis. Yeah, that's your brother's band. No, that's our band. Like, it's funny. Are you trying to wind me? It was so funny. Anyway,
cute.
Sorry. Another Liam Gallagher thing to talk about on the podcast. I think I was a fan.
That's all my questions.
Oh, wow.
But you have questions, don't you, from our friend Hannah?
What's your favourite colour?
Pink.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
You said that last time.
Did I? It's my nice fill in. Oh.
Say he's not prepared.
How'd you approach serving kids at wedding?
We've done that one.
Okay. Do you feed suppliers?
We've done that one.
Can I have a show-stopping fully vegan menu?
We've done that one.
Oh, this is great entertainment, isn't it? Is 3 canapes per person better than a starter? I didn't answer that one.
I would vote
I think
yes.
canapes are better than starter, but you do need more than 3.
Yeah.
3 is just what you would have with your starters. I go 5 to 6. 5. 5 seems to be the magic number, actually. 5 canapes. You just saved yourself a couple of quid on not having a starter.
I would definitely rather have 5
and also having
canapés.
less stuffiness at the table. Best part of the wedding for me, as a guest, is the canapé hours. You know, everyone's really happy, the emotions are high, you've had 3 glasses of free Prosecco, you're feeling great, you're eating some delicious canapés. That's when I'm at my most drunkenness, right? Sit down for the meal, sober up.
Yeah.
I eat and I sober up, and then that's it. Once I've sobered up after being drunk, I can't get re-drunk again.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's why you got to
Which
hit
is
the
a good thing.
shots.
It's a good thing. Yeah, probably, but I don't like that too much. So, yeah, canapés. Always extend your canapé hour and kill the starter. We rarely do starters. It's not really a
not
thing
very
for
often.
us. Not really a thing.
Yeah, I would definitely go with canapés.
What's your favourite canapé you've seen so far?
My favourite canapé, either the steak wrap chips, obviously.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a basic answer. I just love the hash browns. I like the hash browns with there was like a garlicky sauce she did once. Can't remember.
I vary it up.
Yeah. I love Tom's hash browns are so good.
I mustn't take all credit. It was actually
Yeah.
developed with Rustic Kitchen.
Yeah.
It's not fully mine. I
Yeah.
can't be like, I made them. I didn't.
Well, Tom and Lee's.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I'll
Lee.
give more kudos to Lee as well. But I know how to make them and they are delicious.
I love
and
hash
did
browns. I love the McDonald's hash browns, and I didn't think
Yeah.
you could get better than that. And they're
You
like
can.
10 times better.
Yeah, I love a hash brown generally, but they're really bad for you. So
Oh.
I try not to divulge
I
too
ate
much.
about 6 on Sunday.
Yeah,
That's one
is
of
that
my
us for
favourite.
this week?
I think that is us.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Got any questions? Send them in. Got any suggestions for pies? Send them in. Please subscribe. I've noticed not all of you have subscribed that are watching this. Please just
Put
subscribe.
notifications on as well. That's another thing they got to do.
Yeah, do the notification. Let's just do it. Subscribe. Yeah, let's just do that.
Please, just subscribe.
Yeah, ask. Come on, just talk direct to camera. 1, 2, 3. Subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.